Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Scott. What's up, Scott?
Hello, Walt.
What's up, Connor?
Hello.
All right, so we are doing a little better with the box office, but know that Avengers is now third place as of Friday.
Yeah, if it lasts till July, we'll be lucky. July or August, we'll be lucky.
Well, let's screen share this, and rather than me just hear me talk about it.
Yeah.
So right now, as it stands, we are like 35 million away from tying it, or 133.
Yeah.
So 2,650,266,736. Okay. So now we're going to look at the worldwide. So basically, I think we need about 133, right, to tie, I think?
Yeah.
All right, so here's the thing. Memorial Day weekend is huge for movies, okay? What we got in was Friday's numbers, so we're not going to get the actual date. And we might get an update tomorrow, like Saturday, or they might wait till Monday because of the holiday. There's a possibility that we can get just under 2,700,000,000. Now, when the foreign numbers are added, we'll probably have 2.7.
Yeah.
So then it's a story of, can we make the most money possible, even though Godzilla comes out, because Godzilla is going to destroy things. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So can Avengers stay in the top 5 or make enough money to pass Avatar? Now, they have predicted that Avengers will not beat Avatar until September.
It's not going to be in the cinemas. By the time September rolls around, they're going to be thinking about, okay, we're going to put this to Blu-ray. We're going to put this to whatever cable.
Well, it won't go till December, I heard, but like Blu-ray and all that stuff. But the thing is,
are they literally going to just keep extending it in the cinemas until it beats Avatar?
I don't know.
Because you are going to reach a point, even Avengers Endgame, where no one is going to see it.
Yeah,
correct.
It's going to be one of those.
Well, look at Connor. Look at the numbers already. Okay, on a Monday it did 3 million. On Tuesday, 2.9. Almost 2 billion. 2 million almost. Like it's going down. The rule of numbers, it's going down. Like maybe we'll make 1.5 million on Monday. Maybe we'll make 1 million on Tuesday, or 1 million on Wednesday. It's not going to, like, every week that it doesn't beat Avatar, you losing your chance. So right now, it had it didn't drop 50%, but these movies are going to kill it. So it needs to.
Godzilla's going to knock it to number 3 or 4. Even.
It's already 3. It's going to go down.
4,
it's already.
Yeah.
The only thing that is if Aladdin really sucks, and then just totally drops out, along with Rocket Man. But I don't think that's the case. I think Rocket Man.
I don't see Rocket Man dropping.
So I mean, it's just a thing where it's probably going to drop to 5th place when Godzilla comes out, and then you got more movies coming out, which what?
It stands no chance in June and July.
Because
June and July this year are the biggest months, probably.
Summer blockbusters.
That in like movies in like the last 5 years, you've got like Lion King, you've got fucking everything that's coming out, and it's not gonna survive. It could genuinely make about $25 a day.
By June or July, it'll drop to maybe 7 or 8.
You have June 7th, Dark Phoenix, and The Secret Life of Pets, which we know how animation does.
Yeah.
And then we got a comedy late night, right? Then we got on the 14th, Men in Black.
Yep, that's going to knock it down.
We got Shaft,
which is going to be fair.
On the 21st, you got Toy Story, Child's Play.
Which is really going to knock it down, pretty out of the top 10.
Annabelle Comes Home. You got this other thing called Yesterday. You have Spider-Man Far From Home in July. I mean, it's...
Well, not by that time.
The window is closing.
Yeah. By the time either Annabelle or... I'm going to say by the time Annabelle comes, Avengers is going to be down to the top 20.
It's not even going to be
24, 25 at best.
It's going to be out real soon. It's 2 weeks, 3 maybe. That's it. You need to really. The foreign numbers got to help.
Godzilla or Toy Story is going to kick it out of the top 10.
I can't call it.
It's going to be 24 or 25.
I can't call it. I want to say that the Memorial Day is going to bring it in. And it's going to have 2.7 billion going into Monday, and then we're going to do it. But
the Memorial Day that people have been waiting for. So
now the only chance that you're going to get of this beating Avatar now very quickly. And it's an idea, actually, that I thought of yesterday for this, is that you set up a sort of campaign to get people to go out and see the film again.
Like they did Black Panther, to get that 700, right?
Yeah.
Well, they re-release it.
Yeah.
In
limited
August
release
or September, right?
Because there will be diehard Marvel fans out there that are obsessed with that are obsessed with the box office success of it.
Now, we all are with this.
Yeah, they will. I think if a decent campaign was set up and it was widespread and people were dedicated to the cause of making it beat Avatar, then people will go out and see it, and you could easily do it in probably 2 or 3 days.
But you got to also understand that if they do more advertising, it's taken away from the budget also. So they're spending money, like millions, to make.
Well,
you know
it doesn't necessarily need to be. It could be fans, like you set up like a
do a fan-made promotional thing, like Ryan Reynolds did for the first Deadpool.
Yeah, it's too close to call. Honestly, I would want to say it's gonna beat it. I said by the 14th of June, but it's gotta.
It's gonna.
It's close. I mean, here's the thing: another 50 million, we have 2.7. Now it's just a matter of if it beats Avatar, it's going to beat Avatar by $1 million. It's not even going to be like a landslide. So, and another problem is, if he's allowed to re-release it, it's over. Like Avatar will make 5 million, 10 million. It knocked Avengers Endgame back down again. So
for every new movie that comes out, Endgame is going to get knocked down 3-4 spots. And that's the problem. And when you got these blockbusters that people are waiting for, it's going to knock it down 6 to 7 or 6 to 10.
Now, I just want to look at this quick, the box office, because, like, I just want to see. Because this is for Friday, right? So Friday, Aladdin's number 1, right? John Wick's number 2. Avengers is number 3. Pokemon is right under Avengers. Brightburn, 5th place.
It's spooking me because Brightburn's not at my Eaton 6, but it is at that Synergy place, which I'm thinking about going there tomorrow. I don't know yet.
And Booksmart is number 6. A Dog's Journey is number 7. Where is Rocket Man? Wait a minute.
It's not in the US yet, is it? It's
not?
No. It should start. I think it starts this coming Friday or Thursday.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got it early.
Oh, wait. Really?
Shockingly, actually.
Where's Rocket Man? Hold on.
It comes out May 31st in your.
Oh, it does? Okay.
In your great nation.
Yes, thank you.
Our great nation. That sounds ominous.
It's so great, we don't need to make it great again.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Although something's weird because when people wear red hats, people get beat up. I don't know what's going on. All right. Anyway. Oh, I bet you're happy. Are you happy with the Brexit thing or no? What's going on with that?
Oh, I'm very happy with that. Yeah,
I heard that one.
So she resigned.
Yeah, she did. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Was that picture true that Jodie Whittaker's in front of it, or was that like Photoshop?
That was Photoshop, but that was.
I figured that. That's pretty funny. So now what's happening?
We get a new leader.
And you're still separating? You're still...
Yeah, we're going to probably get it as we want it now because she's the only person that was stopping us from getting it how we voted.
Oh,
for it. So
good on you.
Yeah,
I know we're going to have a new election soon. Well, they're going to start campaigning, I guess.
Oh, God.
I wonder who's going to be the next president. Well, actually, I probably know who's
probably Joe Biden.
I don't know. But anyway. All right, so what happened? Now, what about What about Bonds? Is he?
Oh, he's having surgery, so but they're filming around him, so it's not going to be delayed.
You know, I saw Harrison Ford on Jimmy Fallon, right?
I saw that. Now, is he taking the piss, or does he look like something's really fucking wrong with him? Because Harrison Ford, you can look at him and he's the most miserable man on the planet. He doesn't give a fuck. He's very dour compared to Mark Hamill. But there was something weird about that.
There was.
I got a weird vibe. Now, I immediately associated with, and in fact, they talked about it in the interview, didn't they, about Peter Mayhew? I thought, well, it must be that.
He was crying almost. Just about. Here's the thing. Nobody wants to get old. Okay? But he's 76, right?
He's looking rough as fuck as well.
He was very... A year or two ago, he was energetic, right? Unless something happens or he's sad, and maybe it's nothing, but he really looked like Jimmy Fallon was struggling or was worried. It looked like he had fear in his eyes, like he didn't know how he was going to react or he wasn't going to give the reaction that he was looking for. You saw that? And he kept trying to be like, oh, it's Fleet Week, or oh, it's this, or oh, it's, he kept throwing different things at him, but he was answering very slow. So that
I think he's got to the point where, because obviously you had Carrie and then you have Peter now.
I mean, maybe he's just upset.
I think he's still grieving pretty heavily.
He might be because he was crying, but I thought he was crying when Peter made it. Now, here's a question. He also said, right, that when he dies, there's no more Indiana Jones.
And I would completely agree with him. I don't think there should be I don't think there's anybody that could be Indiana Jones.
I agree too, but is that what Disney says too? I don't think so.
No, of course Disney won't.
Disney just spent billions of dollars. That was part of the buying the Star Wars, is buying Indiana Jones. There's no way that they're going to
totally nix the whole Indiana Jones.
They're going to reboot it. Or it could be his daughter or an offspring, but and then but it's not going to be. They're not going to end it. I mean, look he's going to be 81 when that comes out, probably. So they don't even care that he's going to be 81. I mean, I don't even know what they're going to do. I mean, I love him. Don't get me wrong.
They're going to have to CGI his action here.
I mean, what are they going to de-age him? They might de-age him. They may have a stand-in, right?
Well, that's going through not financial problems, isn't it? Because didn't they throw the script out?
Yes, they did.
About 2 weeks ago.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I remember, like, because what's his face? Lawrence Kasdan's son was writing it, wasn't he? And then
It's thrown out right now, which
Yeah.
that's another problem. So they opened up the window for that to come out now.
Make him another Men in Black if they want to do something.
Make who?
Ford.
In Men in Black?
Yeah,
They're not doing
I
that
know,
anymore.
but it's a notion.
I think that movie's going to do really well. In fact, I'm going to go see it because I love the first. I love that.
I
first.
think Men in Black's that's going to be the first of 3. The international. I think it's going to do great.
Chris Hemsworth is incredibly funny. Tessa Thompson's great. Emma Thompson's great as always. Is Liam Neeson in it?
Yeah, they're keeping him. They said they're not dropping him. They're not.
Yeah.
They can pretty much kiss their ass.
Yeah, that's over. That whole thing with him, he's making movies again. That's tough. He lost one movie because of it. Like
I saw when I was at Twin Peaks today, my second home. There was I saw over across on one of the screens they had On Demand. They were promoting his.
the movie that bombed because of the bullshit.
Yeah, because of the whole BS with that.
Yeah. So
I
listen. We still go see his movies. Oh, and we got other movies too that might cause a stir, like horror movies coming out, right?
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yes,
that's another thing. That looks great.
I cannot like I think it's 95% on Rotten Tomatoes, and that is the highest ranking Quentin Tarantino film to date.
I just waiting for that movie. I want to see it.
The trailer looks really fucking good.
Yes,
and I'm pretty sure Star Trek is the next project.
And I know the ending because the plot's on Wikipedia, and I laughed my ass off. And it's not that funny, but like, what the fuck? Like, only Quentin Tarantino could pull that off.
Right? Don't tell me that.
Genuinely,
yeah,
it is insane.
I gotta tell you, there's a lot of stuff going on now with the new shows, Picard, right?
Oh, I finally got around to see that trailer.
They're doing a sort of like Luke Skywalker thing with him, where he's lost faith in his in the Starfleet or something.
Yeah, this is an alternate timeline. It's not our timeline with him. So, and another problem is that there are 3 factions of people have the rights for Next Generation and Star Trek and whatever, and now I think J.J. Abrams might have made it worse because he's trying to get things done closer to his vision. So there's too many hands for the soup, and I heard that there was even fights on the set about stuff. So I think they lost Amazon Prime, and now it's just, I don't know what. I mean, Picard's going to come out, but it's probably just going to be on CBS All Access. I don't even know how it's going to be, to tell you the truth. I mean, again, it's not, they can't use anything. They got to create another history or, I don't know, something they got to do. So we'll see. But don't think right away you're going to see the Next Generation cast in there. Don't think you're going to see all the stuff. Yeah. They might not even
the only chance the Next Generation cast is going to come in is if one of them was directing one of the episodes.
Or maybe they'll appear, but this is not I don't know how you're going to explain it to everybody. It's a different timeline. Maybe they're not going to explain it all. It's going to be like, go right into it because...
Have a photograph like they did with the Star Trek movie.
Now, Stranger Things is coming back. That is going to just dominate everything.
Great marketing so far. Very good.
I'll
tell you what shocked me this week. It's been a bloody good week for trailers because Terminator Dark Fate doesn't look like a piece of shit.
It looks good.
It actually looks good.
Yeah, no.
They also, I think it was you sent me the little clipping of the helicopter scene for Dark Phoenix.
Me?
Yeah.
Because
I can't remember if somebody sent it to me or I saw it on YouTube automatically, but I saw the.
I think that's going to do well. I don't. People make it like they're knocking it. I think it's going to do good. The X-Men. Of course.
Is it going to do well in the box office or because critically, I think it will get absolutely slaughtered.
You know what? It's hard to tell because I don't know. I mean, I think it's going to do well, but maybe it's not going to do as well as it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
You know? And now that the biggest discussions in Marvel and DC lands have been them in a rush to get Deadpool to appear in a movie soon. So they want him to be the first to appear. And being that the last Spider-Man film on contract is 3, they want him to appear in the 3rd movie, but that would mean that Sony would make complete profit off of it, and the Disney would not make anything because that's the deal. So from what I understand, they don't really want that. They don't want Sony to make anything of Deadpool. But now you have to figure out, well, what movie you're going to put him in that's going to make sense. And you can't really censor him. Like, it's not going to work if you do, like, you promise to keep him the way he is, so he's got to have a rated R movie. You can't, so that's going to be an issue. But, like I said, all they have to do is he has to joke around, like, because remember in Deadpool 2, he's like, where's Thanos? So you could just make it like he's late for the party, like he heard about, like...
Or every time, or better yet, every time he tries to do something that's R-rated, a little bar comes up and he complains even more.
With something.
And he removes the bar going, listen, I said this instead of what you thought.
Somebody mowing the lawn or some shit. And you're like,
yeah.
You mother... yeah, whatever. They can only do that a few times.
It'd get old real quick.
If he doesn't appear in Spider-Man 3, he might appear in Doctor Strange because he was messing around with the timeline, and Doctor Strange would be like, whoa, you just created 1,000 timelines, dude. You're wrecking the whole, like,
what they could do with Doctor Strange is you see him standing there doing the whole little extra shot for either at himself or Wolverine, or you see Strange just standing there in the background, just shaking his head like, you really killed Ryan Reynolds.
See, the thing is, I would say throw him in the Black Widow movie, but the problem is they were married before, so
yeah,
I don't know if they get along now, like, honestly. So
you left me for dead.
I don't know if that would work.
Of all the people to be sacrificed,
you know what? You have Deadpool save the Black Widow.
Yes.
You have to show up like, hey, Red Skull, I'm taking her. That would be the best. That would be the best thing.
Here you go. He takes off. That little face disguising thing they had in one of the movies. You see him. You see Widow look up. See her stir, and then she removes one of those little face disguising things, and it's Deadpool.
Or he shows up with Captain America, talking to the Red Skull. It's like, we want the Widow. Like, who the hell are you? That's going to be the thing.
Now, granted, Cap distracts the Red Skull, and then
he goes and gets her, right?
He goes and gets her, yes.
Because he can't die, he can heal, so he'll just go and get her and pull her out. Yeah. I have a feeling she's coming back anyway. I don't think that...
like I said, that Black Widow credit scene is going to be her in present time.
The whole point is that everybody wants her movie to do better than Captain Marvel.
Hell yeah.
Because she's the leader. And she's not, as an actress, she plays well as what others. Like, she loves, so that movie's going to do $1.6 billion. You watch. Yes. You watch. That movie's going to crush Captain Marvel.
It's going to do if not as good as Black Panther, it's going to beat Black Panther.
It's beating Black Panther. Black Widow is going to be and then they're going to be forced to bring her back.
Yep.
Permanently. You see, that's what happened. This talks. So that she ain't staying.
She's my favorite in the MCU.
I love her.
Not with her.
She's staying. She ain't going anywhere. The Spawn movie. right now, nothing's going on.
They're probably. I know they're different things, but that Hellboy thing is probably also making a little bit.
Well, the Hellboy, David Harbour spoke out about that today, and he's like, "What a mess!" Because like there was too many people making the soup. He said like everybody wanted to be chiefs, and the movie got screwed up. And he's like, "Look, I'm just trying to do the best job I can as the role, but I had no say in anything."
And like I said, when I went to my special site, and I caught that prologue thing to the opening credits, that was as dull and lackluster voiceover as I ever heard the one dude from John Wick talking. I mean, it's like, boy, you sound really excited about doing this voiceover.
So now,
McShane. There he is.
The Whiskey Cavalier is officially canceled.
I heard they're trying to bring that back.
Yeah, they changed their minds. It's officially dead. They're not bringing that series back. I don't know if she's going to The Walking Dead again. Because here's the thing: like, do you really run back home all of a sudden?
Yeah.
Though you try to get something else.
What about the other Walking Dead series? You think she could possibly try to dive
that's an insult. So that would be an insult to put her on Fear the Walking Dead. You didn't put her on Walking Dead. They're merging it though. They admitted it.
I know.
They're going to end Fear the Walking Dead, and they're going to merge the characters into Walking Dead.
That's why I was thinking, why not just put her there since they're going to be merging it?
Yeah, no. Lion King. They said what? $200 million opening.
Yeah.
For real, then Avengers would be done. Killed. Finished.
Yeah.
I wanted to beat Avatar before all this shit happens. Like, if this could be like the best damn weekend, like just
like Connor said, the only way you can do that is
a strong weekend right now. Right now, we're in there right now. We need this extended freaking weekend. Just Avengers, just oh my god. Like, if we even get close, like even after 20, we got like 2750, like a whole 100 million we did.
But you gotta see what's coming out. There's nothing for there's all these people. They want to see all these new movies, so there's
but we got to narrow it down. We got to chop it right now this weekend. It's got to chop because we're at 2650, so we got to get past the 27, and we got to go right close to the thing.
There's not an incentive for that. It's not an incentive movie right now. It's a second-hand, third-hand movie that somebody might want to go see because they saw something else.
I know.
Or it's like, I don't want to see this, but
here's another thing that's in our favor, though. I thought Brightburn was going to go crazy. I guess not.
Yeah.
Unless we get the numbers for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but it came in 5th place. That's bad.
Yeah, and like I said, it really spooks me because a lot of times when one of these movies come to my Eaton 6, one out of 5 times it'll probably be a bad movie.
Yeah, it just didn't dominate though. I'm really shocked though. I know Aladdin came out, but I would have expected it to be number 2 or something.
I think a lot of people are looking at, this is an alternate view of Superman.
It was a cool concept. You don't like that, Connor? You didn't think it's a cool concept?
What, the evil Batman song?
Yeah, the evil Superman.
To be honest, I think it was the second trailer, and I thought, this just looks like a really crap B film.
Really? Wow.
A B movie, and I just thought, I just wouldn't want to watch it. It's not my sort of...
I mean, I don't know.
I think that's what's really rubbing people wrong is they go, okay, we're getting to see what happens if Superman grew up to be evil, and they see that, and then they think about the end of Superman where he snapped Zod's neck. So it's like, so you got both those views working.
Definitely. Here's the thing: it's like Superman, but he's not Superman.
I know, but they're seeing him as Superman, though, and.
Well, here's the thing, right? You got to think about it this way, right? I don't know how, but he spent $6 million. That's it for this budget. So all this movie has to
special effect. I mean, there's what you would consider pretty much practical effects in that entire.
He did this movie cheap. I mean, this movie does $20 million, $30 million. It's a hit. Like, I mean, not, a hit, but like it's going to be a success, I guess, if it could just make it this weekend.
But if you
know?
look at the effects, they're pretty much practical effects. So.
And another thing is they're already talking about a sequel, and I'm like, well, wait a minute.
Realistically, the only thing that's selling that movie is James Gunn.
Right.
But then, outside of like proper MCU hardcore fans that know who James Gunn is because of Guardians of the Galaxy and all that sort of stuff, who actually gives a shit about who James Gunn is? Because James Gunn isn't a director on the level of, say, Quentin Tarantino or Christopher Nolan or someone like that.
Well, that's definitely true. I know. Yeah, but still.
So maybe like the sort of like lower, maybe it being fifth place is as far as James Gunn can go on his name alone.
Well, see, here's the thing. He didn't. I mean, let's just look at it for a second. He is the. Correct me if I'm wrong. He is the producer of it, but he didn't write it and he didn't direct it. So
that's even worse. Like that's an even worse situation for that.
Let's. I need to look this up.
It's like that. It's what's that movie that he directed? Not directed, produced like 4 years ago. The something experiment.
That was great movie.
The Belko experiment.
Did you see that?
I didn't see it, but I know what it's about.
That was a good film, actually.
Did that do well, or was that a flop?
Supposedly, I think it was going to get a sequel.
Because his only involvement in that was producing, wasn't it? He didn't.
Well, let me just look at this for a second. Oh, wait a minute. So, writers Brian Gunn and Mark Gunn. So that's what that's his brothers.
Yeah, probably.
She has 2 brothers. Director David Yarvarsky. I mean, I guess.
I think unless you're a big name and you're in the director's chair, there is no way that you're going to sell a movie off a name alone. Unless you're like Christopher Nolan or like fucking Quentin Tarantino or Martin Scorsese or all the big.
What was it called? Belko Experiment?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think it was Belko.
Belko Experiment? Let me just type in experiment.
James Gunn Experiment.
No, I mean, I'm just going to put, no, because I'm looking up, okay, here we go. $5 million to make, made $10 million.
A success, but not a great one. So, yeah, I guess it's going to be exactly the same situation.
Probably. In that case, let me just take, I have to see who did what now. I'm trying to look this up. Let's see who wrote that. No, that's not it. All right, so in this situation, let's see who wrote it. Director is Greg McLean. James Gunn wrote that. Okay,
Right.
so he wrote that. That's all he did. He didn't even produce it, I don't think. So.
Still, I don't think that his name as writer would be enough to sell the movie unless he was director and writer. But even then, he wasn't as famous as he is now.
Right.
That was a few years ago, wasn't it? So
2016, yeah. So, I mean, but here's another thing we heard too. I think it came out today that it's official. He's going to have more stuff to do with Marvel besides Guardians 3.
I'll tell you what, I've heard a lot about the Suicide Squad thing that he's doing through I follow on Twitter, and it actually sounds really fucking good.
And I also heard that they gave him a movie too. If he makes a certain amount of money with the Suicide Squad, they're going to give him another thing to do, which is going to be interesting. So, go James Gunn, I guess.
They just need to get the Batman right.
Well, the Russos want to do a Batman movie, but not that one. They want to do one after that.
I'll tell you what, I've heard a lot about the Joker film,
Okay.
and it's I would disappointingly I wouldn't expect much. It's shockingly,
Isn't that weird how we thought it was going to be the greatest thing, right? And now
like, apparently the script leaked and it's shockingly bad.
wow.
It's like trigger warning after trigger warning after trigger warning because there's just so much. There's so much there that will really like upset an audience.
What a disappointment then.
There's also like the stuff about like domestic abuse and.
What about Robert Pattinson? Anything else you want to say about him before we go? I know we got 2 minutes.
I genuinely think that as a young Batman, he's probably the best choice.
Okay.
Because he's had a film just premiered at Cannes Film Festival.
Right.
9.5 out of 10 across the board.
Wow,
like,
that's pretty
the
high.
guy's mad talented. He's more than his Twilight fucking footboy image.
Okay.
When I was at one of these Comic-Cons here in Tulsa several years ago, I'd gotten a script of X-Men and the Wolverine. Wolverine and the X-Men. And the script they had initially followed God Loves, Man Kills, or however that little thing.
That story, right?
Yeah. Odd thing is, they had Nightcrawler, but they didn't have him using his powers in it.
Mm.
Otherwise, I'm reading this thing, it's like, this sounds very familiar, and it was that very trade.
I think they're going to use Deadpool to bring everybody in.
Yeah, I do too.
Like he's going to be the whatever's going to happen, he's going to be caught in the middle. Like he might be the cause of the X-Men and Avengers fighting, or he might, like he's from that universe. They're going to bring it in, so should be interesting. All right, guys, we're running out of time. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Connor. Take care. Bye for now.